Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Gangwani. Welcome to the course Agentforce for Everyone. This is episode number 1 where we are going to build our very first agent. We are also going to build the first custom action with the help of Apex. So before we start building the agent and the agent action, let's look if the Agentforce is enabled in our dev org. So this dev org is available for everyone, and I will provide the link in the description where you can sign up and you will get the Agentforce and then the data cloud enabled. So let's look at the Agentforce is enabled or not. So first we need to do is we need to go to the setup and we need to search for Einstein setup. So the first step is to enable the turn on Einstein, and then wait for a couple of seconds and then do a quick refresh. Then we can go for agent. It takes a couple of more seconds, so let's just wait and then do a refresh again. So now the Einstein is enabled. So the next is to enable the Agentforce. For that we need to go to Agentforce agents. In the Agentforce agents, we need to enable Agentforce. Once we enable the Agentforce, let's wait for a couple of seconds and then we can do a refresh and we can enable our default agent. So this default agent, as you can see, which is up here, which named is Agentforce default for type employee, which is basically available for the internal employees, internal users only. So now our agent is enabled. So we are now going to create our first agent, which is a service agent, and we are also going to create our first custom action with the help of Apex. Before we start, let's understand the requirement, why we are doing this, what is the purpose, and what exactly we need to do. So I have a requirement that I have a case object and case has a status field. So I want to make sure whenever a user asks for a case status providing a case number, so I need to fetch the status of the case and then provide the status to the user. For example, this case number 1002 has a status new. So for example, if the user type what is the status of the case 1002, then I need to show them the status of the case 1002 is new. So for that we are going to write our Apex class. So I'm just going to write a very simple Apex class, which is case management controller. And this Apex class is invocable method, because in custom action, if we are going to write Apex for agent, then the Apex method should be invocable method. We are going to provide a label, let's say case status, and we are going to provide a description. I will just copy the description I have already written somewhere. So the description says a return case status whenever a user asks for it. For example, the user can ask what is the status of the case 100. The method name will say, let's say get status, and which will accept a list of a string, let's say case number, because we are going to find the case status based on the case number. So here I need to highlight one thing. All the custom actions which is going to be used in Agentforce, the parameters will be accepted only in the form of list, and also the parameters which is going to share to the Agentforce is also in the form of list. So once we have our case number available, we can query the case object, and I'm going to query the case object in list. I will give you the reason why I have done this. So I'm going to fetch the status from the case where case number is coming from the list, and I'm going to get my 0th index, and I only need a single case record, so I'm just putting limit 1. So once we receive our case, I'm going to check if the case's size is greater than 0. That means the user provided the case number is valid. If it is valid and if the cases has some elements, then I'm going to return because now I need to return the case status in the form of list of string. So what I'm going to do is I am going to initialize a new list, which is a string, and this will be my cases, the 0th index status. If there are no cases available in the database, then I am going to simply return a list which says case number is not valid. Okay, there are some issues. Yep. Cool. So now our class is successfully saved. This is a very simple class which we are going to use in our custom action. I'll explain the class again. The class will accept the parameters as a case number. The case number is basically helpful to find the case status. Once we get the case records available, then we are going to return the status of the case. And if the case is not available, or let's say if the user has provided some invalid case numbers, then we can simply say case number is not valid. So now the next step for us is to create a custom action. To create a custom action, we can go to Agentforce assets. We can go to actions. As you can see, there are lots of actions which are available. So these are all the standard actions provided by the Salesforce, so that you can use some of the actions in your default Agentforce, and you can use some other actions in your service agents. But my requirement is I need to find the status of the case. Maybe there are some standard actions available which I can use, but I just want to show you how we can create a custom action. So I'm just going to create a new agent action. So there are multiple options available: Apex, API, Flow, Prompt, Template. So we are just going to use Apex because we are working on the Apex, and maybe in the further videos we are going to see how we can use our custom actions with the help of Flow, API, and Prompt Template. For now, let's select Apex. And then now there are two options available: Apex REST and invocable method. So we have created the Apex class with the help of invocable method. So we are going to select this. In the further videos, we will see how we can create the custom action with the help of Apex REST when we are going to let's say integrate with the external system, getting the data from the external system so that we can use the Apex REST. For now, invocable method. And the case status is something which we have created recently, so this is available, and then it automatically put the label and then the API name. So I'll just click next. So as I click next, you can see the agent action instructions, which is automatically populated based on the description I have provided in the Apex class. So that's the beauty. You should always provide a valid meaningful description to the Apex class so that your agent action can populate those descriptions to the instructions. So the description is simple, return case status whenever user asks for it. For example, what is the case, what is the status of the case 100. Then we have show loading text for this action. This means if the loading times takes much time, so what text you want to display to the user. I don't want to display anything to the user for now, so let's find, because we have a very small action which can be performed very fast. So now the case number. So as you can see, the case number is our input parameter, so it has appeared here. Now we can provide pass the case number given by the user. So whatever the case number given by the user, we need to pass here, and which is a required input, because I want this case number to be required, otherwise we won't be able to fetch the case status. Now output instructions, show the status to the UI. So whatever the status we are going to fetch, we need to show them to the UI. So for that I need to set the data type text, which is definitely disabled, we can't change it, and then show in conversation so that user can see in the conversation history. And the type of the output is text, not rich text, because rich text is something if we want to return something which is, let's say, HTML or something, but for now text is fine. Finish. So now you can see our custom action is successfully created. Now the next step is we have our Apex class created, we have our custom action for Apex created. Now we are going to create agent. So for that I am going to Agentforce agents. When I'm clicking on the new agent, I can also use this default Agentforce, which is only available for the Salesforce user, but I want to create a new agent. I want to show you how we can create a new service agent. And in the upcoming videos, we are going to use this service agent in our community. We are also going to use this service agent integrating with the Facebook, integrating with the WhatsApp. That's why I'm going to create a new agent. So when I click on the new agent, it says create from a template, yes, and I'm going to select Agentforce service agent, click next. So you can see we already have a case management action available, but I'm not going to use any of this because I want to use my custom action. So I will just deselect everyone for now, and then I click next. So it has name Agentforce service agent, which is fine. I'll keep it as it is. It has put some descriptions, role, I won't change anything. Company, so my company is providing the case status for the case number, we can type anything, and I'm going to create a new agent user for this agent, and click next. Select data source optional, no data source, click create. So now you can see our first agent is created, but it has nothing at the moment. So now we are going to select our topic. We are going to create a topic. So we need to provide what do you want this topic to do. We need to provide a message. So let's say I will just copy and paste. I have already, or maybe I can type for you. So this is case management topic, which is going to handle the case status, etc. Maybe in the future we can provide more output parameters. So next. So now you can see the magic. Just providing the one liner, it has set all the description, the scope, and all the instructions which is going to given to the agent. So let's look at this carefully. So it says handles case status inquiries and related issues used for managing and updating the status. That's fine. Your job is only to manage the status of the case, including updating, retrieving, and providing information about the case. So we are not going to update the case, we are just retrieving the case, but I will keep the updating for now. Maybe in the future we are going to update the case with the agent. So let's leave it as it is. And then it has also defined the instructions. So if a user inquires about their case status, retrieve and provide the current status. If a user does not have their case number, ask for alternative, no. So let's define our own instructions. I'm not going to use any of them. So my instruction will be, so for example, we need to ask the case number from the user, which is a required field. So I will say case number is a required value and user must give case number. If user has not provided the case number, then show this message: please provide case number for further processing. Cool. So I think one instruction is enough, because we just need to ask the user to provide a case number, and then this case number will be passed to the custom action, which we are going to select in the next screen, and the custom action will call the Apex class. The Apex class will find the status of the case, and then that will be returned to the agent. Let's click next. So now here we have created our topic. We set some instructions. For now we just set one instruction, which is fine, but in the future we will see agent which has a lot of instructions. And now we are going to select our custom action. So this is my custom action case status, which says return case status, and then finish. Cool. So it says topic overlap detected because we already have a case management and I didn't use that. That's why. So that's fine. Ignore. Let's refresh, and now let's ask this agent whether it is going to give us the status of the case or not. So for that, let's first create a new list view which says all the cases regardless of the new, closed, and etc. So I just want to see all of the cases. Save and close. Okay, so let's say I will try to find the status of the case 1006. Okay, what is the status of the case 1006? Cool. So it says, I'm here to help with customer support issues. How can I assist you today? So let's look at the prompt. So we have given this prompt. It has the topic selected, the instruction, which is fine. So basically the agent has read the instruction, but it did not fire any action. And then it suddenly went to the off topic. The reason is because we created a new user for this agent, which is this user, and this user doesn't have the access of our Apex class. So that is why it just went through the off topic. So we need to provide the Apex class access to this user. So let's go to this user, and I'm going to assign the Apex class to the permission set. So let's create a new permission set which we can use in the future as well. Permission sets, new. I will just name it as custom agent permission set. Save, and I will quickly give the Apex class access. Edit, case management controller. Save, and I will now going to this user and assigning this permission set. Custom, yeah, custom agent permission set. Save. So now if I go back to my agent, if I copy this, and so we need to refresh this so that the permission gets set. And now if I ask what is the status of case this, so now it is saying the status of case this is closed. So now let's look at this session. So we ask this message, the topic has been selected. Based on the topic, the action has also been selected, and then we have provided the case number. So case number is given to the custom action, and then the custom action fired the Apex class, which output this message, and then based on this message we got the final response from the agent that the status of the case is closed. Now what happen if I ask what is the status of case, let's say without any case number or anything. So now it will still ask, please provide the case number for further processing. So let's say if I provide a invalid case number. Okay, so now it says the case number you provided is not valid, please check and provide a valid case number. So now what happened is it selected the instruction, it selected the action, it passed the case number to the Apex class, and then it says case number is not valid, because in our Apex class we said if there are no cases found in the list, then simply return case number is not valid. And if you see, the output is case number is not valid, but the Atlas reasoning engine has modified our response in a meaningful format so that we get our response from the agent is the case number you provided is not valid, please check and provide a valid case number. So this is how you create your first custom action with the help of Apex. In the upcoming videos we are going to create custom actions, a lot of custom actions with the help of Apex and with the help of flows as well. And now I will activate this, and then in the upcoming video also we are going to see how we can deploy this service agent to the community, to the experience site, so that the external user can visit to the community and then ask for the case status, or they can achieve their business requirements. Now I am going to use so this is my service agent, and this is the Agentforce default for the Salesforce user only. So I'm going to create the topic into this agent as well. So as I can see, there are already 2 topics available. I can definitely go into any of the topic and add my custom action to the top inside the topic, but I will prefer to create a new topic to keep it separate. So this is case management topic, which will handle case status, etc. So by giving this one liner, the instructions and everything will be set, but I will simply use my custom instruction. Case number is a required value and user must provide it. If user has not provided the case number, then show this message, please provide case number. We can type any custom message accordingly, and then it says example user input. So this is really a good practice. We should give our agent like what kind of questions they will going to receive. So let's say this agent will going to receive what is the status of case, anything. So this will help the agent to get the more accurate response. I mean, because this is a very simple requirement, but yeah, I mean, in some complex agents where we have a lot of instructions, a lot of custom actions, so that is really helpful to provide such user inputs, such examples. So next, so I'm going to select my custom action, finish. I can ignore this and then I can activate this. So if I refresh, I will ask what is the status of case 6. Okay, the status of case displayed below, how else I can assist you. So I can see the status of the case is closed. Now if I'm going to my cases, if I refresh this, I can see a small icon which is a Agentforce icon on my cases. So I can definitely enable this, and then I can ask the question here as well. What is the status of case? Let's say this time I will say 00001016. Yeah, so as you can see, the status of case this is new, so which is correct. Now if I'm going to update this status, and let's see, working fine, and if I'm going to ask this question again, so now I can see the case status has been updated and it is giving me the accurate response. So I hope you understand how we create our first custom action, how we create our first agent, and I hope you really like this video. If you really like this video, maybe just subscribe to my channel so you can get all the videos of Agentforce. The aim is to basically show the practical experiences of Agentforce, not just the theoretical, because you can definitely go to trailheads and do your learning. Yep. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.